How does network TV stay original, or does it even need to?
Well, I don't know that network TV was ever really original. I mean, you can look at moments that network TV did some really original kinds of things that we hadn't seen before, but they're few and far between. Network television, even at its best, has tended to be quite derivative. For example, let's take the two most influential network entertainment shows of all time, in my opinion anyway. And that would be All in the Family in 1971 and Hill Street Blues in 1981. All in the Family was a family sitcom, nothing original about that, based on an already existing series from the United Kingdom called Till Death Us Do Part. So derivative on all kinds of different levels. Now it did something that we hadn't seen before on network TV, and that's what so vastly changed things, but it wasn't original. Hill Street Blues was an hour-long cop show. It happened to be better than any other hour-long cop show before, but it was in a long line of hundreds of those that had come before. So network television, at its best, generally does one of two things. It does stupid, cheesy, idiotic programming, but it does it brilliantly. That would include your Bachelors, your Temptation Islands, your Mr. Eds about talking horses, and I Dream of Genies, your Brady Bunches, your Boy Meets Worlds. Dumb, really dumb programming, but good, masterpiece stupidity, and shows that we can really embrace and like. The second thing when they're doing really well is to take not necessarily groundbreaking, original sorts of things, but to do something really, really well. The West Wing, for example. Nothing new about a Washington Insiders series, but they did it extraordinarily well. Hill Street Blues would be a similar kind of thing. Lost, which takes this whole kind of surreal sort of thing that we've seen in movies and TV shows before, but to execute it very well. The other thing that networks have traditionally done very well that they're not doing so well right now is good old half-hour sitcoms. The biggest hits of all time. Seinfeld, Cosby, Friends, All in the Family, Lucy, half-hour straight sitcoms. If I were a network executive right now, the first 10 things to do on my list, on my refrigerator, would be develop sitcoms, develop sitcoms, develop sitcoms. They are internet usable. The Office works beautiful, even though that's not really a sitcom. You can rerun them 2 and 3 times the same season and still put them in the top 10. Friends did that consistently. And they syndicate in ways that make you a fortune. And syndication is drying up right now. I mean, how many times are we going to be able to watch those Seinfelds and those Frasers and all the rest of it? And the only thing waiting in the wings is Two and a Half Men, which is already wearing out in syndication, and The Big Bang Theory. The Big Bang Theory, a at best competent half-hour sitcom, is going to make a fortune in syndication because it's got no competition. It's one of the few. I mean, it's going to be that and 27th runs of According to Jim. And sitcoms, I think, also work in the internet thing because they are relatively short and relatively modular, and you can stop if the boss comes or the doctor calls your name or whatever without getting really upset. Friends, you could pause in the middle of, and who cares? Not like you were waiting. Lost, that would be really frustrating.